My name is NWeke, mostly known as the Curator of Cool. In my journey to understand my style, I've learned throughout the process that menswear is more than just suits. So I've decided to link up with people whose style that I admire, talk to them about the things that they're doing, how they figure out their style so I can learn more about myself, but also help you create your own style. So you're now watching Curate. So Anthony Jr.
Yes, sir.
My guy, thank you for honoring the invite.
Man, no problem.
I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yo, I appreciate you having me, man.
So as you know, the whole premise of this is basically to interview and talk to people who I admire as friends, but also whose style and aesthetic I appreciate. And so you're the first one that came to mind because, look, you got more names than anybody can name, and it seems like you got more outfits than anybody can name. You know what I'm saying? So
man,
with that,
I'm flattered, man. Appreciate you, bro.
You hail from Atlanta, right? You come to Seattle. You've been there for a couple years.
Yeah.
Have you figured out what the vibe or the aesthetic that Seattle has?
I think I got it figured out now. Like, you know, Atlanta is like, super humid as far as like, temperature wise and stuff, whether it be, spring, summer. When you come over here, there's no humidity at all. So it's like allowed me to be able to like, when it gets cold, like, either stepping up my layering game in the wintertime, fall, wintertime, or just getting accustomed to like spring, summertime, knowing that I can dress just as fly during that time because I don't have that burden of the humidity being in Seattle. Okay. So it's like now it's like, okay, like I feel like I'm really good at like the fall wintertime stuff, but in spring and summertime is like where I need to like I want to step up my game a little bit. Okay. So it's kind of like now that there's no humidity living in Seattle, I can kind of do that by getting more like button ups and like shorts and stuff like that. So I've been able to figure it all out now, man, within a couple of years. So
that's what's up. How did you figure out what your style was?
Man, that's a very loaded question, man, but I like questions like this because we have these conversations all the time. Like our style inspirations just stem from so many places, people, role models, celebrities, even the everyday people, so man, like, I kind of just realized that I had to just like start dressing for the occasion for like things that I'm doing. So like, I got several people that I look up to for like style and stuff like that, but I think like their style thing, like their style works best for them. And then what I had to do was kind of like take what they're wearing and then personalize it to myself, just so that way I could create, essentially the uniform that I'm always talking about. Like, like uniform basically being that I can revert to any type of clothing or piece and it's always gonna work for me no matter what. So I slowly just started like kind of like for every type of occasion, create a uniform for that. And then from there, that's where it's like I never struggle about what I need to wear or when I need to wear it because I always have I have an outfit to revert to at all times.
That's interesting that you say that. What is it about the style icons that you follow that like, how does their style captivate you?
I think what it is just it being very effortless to them. It's like they don't try too hard to dress up every day. And there's times where like you got people that I know personally that are like I can't wear the same outfit on Instagram and post it and stuff like that. But it's like some of these people that I'm looking up to, like in regards to style, they're wearing the same hoodie, the same jeans, but they're just switching it up with the jacket that they may wear on top of it, switching it up with the shoes and stuff, but they're not thinking that far ahead. Like they're just like, okay, I just need to wear this to be comfortable to go here.
Gotcha.
And that's it.
Okay.
So that's kind of like why I respect Pharrell. He does an amazing job with his style. Shia LaBeouf, super fly, but it's like also on that edge where it's like he's not trying too hard. Scott Disick. you got obviously all these people in the NBA
Right.
is just super flyers. A$AP Rocky, shout out to him, of course.
True.
But they're just really just knowing that, you know, regardless of whatever brand I'm wearing, I'm just gonna personalize it.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I've always respected.
Gotcha. Referring back to those style icons, do you pay attention enough, or are you fully engrossed into the fashion trends going on? So does that like,
You know,
motivate you, or does that play a part in, oh, I gotta look out for this, so I gotta go cop that type of thing?
Yeah, see, you know, my thing with that is like, I realize that I can only use these style icons as guidance. So I can't base my own style solely on them. I have to kind of like add myself into it in that respect. But I also know that like with these fashion trends, these are gonna be changing anywhere from like a month to 6 months all the time.
Right.
So I have to be aware that I want to be able to like have something that's very permanent.
Okay.
So that way, you know, it goes back to the uniform, having something I can always revert back to. And I know that there's some things that work best for others that may not work for me. So I always am very thoughtful about that. I'm always thinking about like, you know, knowing that like, I know that this is a trend. I'm not gonna hop on that trend just
Gotcha.
yet.
Okay.
Because I know that there's a couple things that I'm working on. Like I remember I used to hate wearing hate when people wore sneakers with their suits, just because I thought it was like something that you're not supposed to do. You can't mix the sartorial and, you know, the business professional with streetwear luxury, you know? But then now it's like, it's cool because like, you know, you see people like, you know, NBA people are doing it all the time. Like, you know, sometimes I'll wear like a suit, but then I'll wear my CDG Chucks or, you know, things like that, or stuff that you switch off as well.
Yeah.
So I just knew that like, those are the type of things that I can respect and adjust to as well. But like certain things that other people are doing, like, you know, I probably kind of like just try to be as hands off as possible just to do that, you know.
You mentioned that you always have a uniform for every occasion.
Yeah.
And like I said, you a busy dude. Like every time, I don't know if people picked up on it yet, but like every time you're somewhere, we see your feet moving. To me, that helps me understand that you've had a full day.
Yeah.
But you ain't let us know yet. And so, you know, for the crowd at home that doesn't know yet, you also have a podcast.
Yeah.
Cognac Small Talk.
Yes, sir.
If you guys haven't listened to it, by the way, it's one of the best things, one of the best gems you'll ever get in life. So please subscribe to that.
Yeah.
But not only that, you also are a media personality.
Yes, sir.
On top of that, you founded a lifestyle conglomerate, I'd say, in Laid Back Allure.
Yeah.
So my thing is, with all that, what do you have going on with all those, and what's the hopes with all that? That how do they tie into each other?
Yeah, man. What I would say, like, you know, with Laid Back Allure, man, it's crazy just because, like, you know, it started off as a personal thing when I was back in Atlanta, and I was running it with Cam Wilson back in Atlanta. That's my brother. And we were kind of like just doing these things where we just felt like we had a very well put together lifestyle, but it was also one of those things where if people were to film what we were doing, you would think like this is not real life, just because of like we'd work our jobs, you know, maybe we were in school, but then still we'd be like hosting events or hosting parties. I'd work at the radio station and Cam would be doing his thing, but it was like we were doing this all within 24 hours, but we still had time to, like, you know, I worked at J. Crew and I did that at the same time. So my days were very, very, very packed, and I only had like 5 hours maybe allotted to sleep. So that was just a fast-paced lifestyle for me for Laid Back Allure. Then coming over here, when I'm able to, like, you know, get my guys Chanel and Terrence to kind of help me build this thing, it was like, okay, now I can kind of focus on other things, like focusing back on the podcast and all that type of stuff. But I think, man, like, there's just so much stuff that we're trying to do and I'm trying to do, like, just to kind of show people, like, there's a lifestyle behind, like, you know, you're not having to do too much in respect to, like, your schedule, but just making sure that you take care of what you got to do
Right.
before you kind of like go partake in everybody else's lives. So that's why it's like, you know, doing these events where the social club, where it's like, you know, we're bringing together fly people that like know about fashion and stuff. A lot of them are transplants that have been in Seattle for a couple of years, like yourself, like just people that are missing that experience living in Seattle, because you don't have that type of tailored events and tailored lifestyle that are kind of circling around like nightlife and dining and fashion and all that type of stuff. So, man, that, and then of course like going back to the podcast, man, that was just a ode for me to kind of like go back into doing the radio like I used to back in Atlanta, and started kind of going from there and personalized it, the whole cognac and, you know, being able to smoke cigars and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, I feel you.
So all that, man, I think it kind of like just like in the podcast is more personalized, the Laid Back Allure is more communal.
Yeah.
So Laid Back Allure kind of for everybody. Cognac Small Talk, of course, is for everybody, but that's kind of like something that's like my baby.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
So I think like, you know, sooner enough, like definitely 2019 and so forth, you guys are going to be able to kind of see how all of these start to slowly mesh with one another.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing about to happen, man.
That's what's up, man. Look, I'm excited for all the things that you're doing.
I've always just kind of like, you know, I go to these different events in like in Washington. Well, I'll say respectively Puget Sound area. So everywhere from Kirkland, Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, all of these places, man. And I've kind of just witness what it is that works in these events and what doesn't work, and then kind of just being able to bring all of these things together into one space, just because like people are looking for ambiance, the drinks, the how you dress, you know, all these different types of things. Of course, the people, like the brand that is putting it on, these are all things that people are looking forward to see whether they should attend the event or not.
Gotcha.
You know, so I think like now that we've been able to create that full-on portfolio of like the stuff that we're doing, the people that are coming, like, you know, having beautiful women come through, you know, well-dressed gentlemen coming through as well, that creates that synergy that people are like, I want to be a part of this. And then of course, like, you know, having the photos at the end that is like, people are like, yo,
that's true.
All right, I gotta be there, and playing upon people's FOMO, because that's something I love to do. Hey, I'm like, yo, if you didn't come last month, you better be here next month. You know what I'm saying? So I love playing upon that, just because I know that there's certain things that people are wanting, and if they don't come to the event when it's happening, then you missed out.
I mean, that's real. That's real. So, you know, with all that to say, I think just with everything you're doing and everybody behind you, I think Seattle should be in good hands if the gate holders allow us to walk through.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And from the standpoint of your aesthetic and your style, you can wear the same thing twice, but it's a different vibe with you. Yeah. You know, and I hope that this episode shows people a little bit into your style with the gems that you said uniform. I think that's a key takeaway, because you do embody that and you stay true to your silhouette and you don't copy anybody else's. That's one thing that helped me tap into what I needed to figure out. And I think, you know, we're constantly still growing and evolving into that. And that's the beautiful thing. Yeah. Because I know what we were wearing last year is not what we're wearing now. Yeah. And the crazy thing is that's not what we're going to be wearing next month.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I just appreciate your aesthetic. And for anybody at home trying to figure out, I think this is a great icon that you can build your template off of. So yeah, I appreciate you coming through, my guy.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you so much for honoring the invite. And you know, we're gonna move on to another set where we just gonna put a lens on you, put some clothes on you, style you a bit, and then get you up and out of here.
All right, let's get it.
I got a couple pieces that I wanted to style you in, and the biggest thing for me was not trying to change your style, but with your style, enhance it and just add to your overall collection. Right. You know, so with this first piece right here, I started off with some distressed denim jeans, some Levi's, always cool, they're always solid staples. And then I changed it up with the direction of the shirt. You can kind of see with the shirt here, you know, how it's multi-patterned,
Yeah.
bunch of different flannels put together, and I think that's just an overall dope look. It's different.
Yeah.
That's you at nighttime, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you coming out, you know, heading straight to the let out. We gotta keep you warm, you know. So I just wanted to put you in something that keeps you right and nice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
this is
saying.
fine,
So that aesthetic I would call pardon my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a weekend vibe. It's a slick look. So the next look that I had, this is much more of a progressive look. This is you on the go, business meeting, talking to different brands, doing what you got to do on a normal, regular day. And like you said, it's just one of your uniforms. Yeah. So I started off with some olive jeans.
Hey, you know, those are perfect, man. I love those, man.
Yeah, man. Levi, they know how to do it right.
Yeah.
And I also got you a thinner looking turtleneck, because I know you be rocking the swole joints right there. So showing some different versatility with the gray joint. And then last but not least, I decided to add just a dope jacket. Yeah. Different combination, and this is from Pendleton. It's real dope.
Oh, nice.
Add a different color aesthetic, just different things people haven't seen before, and you put it all together. Yeah. It can serve as a sweater when you get cold, or just serve as a jacket you can take off when you walk into a room.
Word.
So the next piece that I got for you was a pair of Kohans, real crisp. White is just always a solid thing to just stay with. Yeah. I felt like you could pair this off with any of these looks, and just white by itself, it just helps it stand out that much better. So this next one I have, so these are suede camel boots by Southern Gents. Shout out to them in Houston. Also ran by Nigerians, so shout out to them. We gotta look out for fam. But yeah, man, I love the aesthetic. I love the feel. Different vibe. Everybody loves Chelsea boots, you know, and I know you got a pair. And I got a pair, but I think these really stand out because of these. Because of the ankle wraps and how you tie them at the bottom and different things like that. So with each aesthetic, you can still look like you're gonna play, and you're still gonna do business at the same time. You know,
you hit it on the nail with this one, bro. You got it perfect.
Thank you. So I think with that aesthetic, you're good for any occasion. So let's just go ahead, get you styled up, and put you under the lens and see how it looks. So you guys, thank you for joining me on this journey. We just talked to Anthony Jr., great guy, great all around style. I think one thing that he really touched on was the term uniform. Having that base, that template for every occasion, therefore you're not really struggling trying to figure out what you need to wear all the time and stressing out. So I would implore you guys and ask yourself, what's your uniform? But even go deeper than that. With the clothes that you have on now, would that be a uniform? Whether it's for work, for leisure, for happy hour, just hanging out with friends. Try to identify those staples that you have and build from that and create your own uniform. Not only get used to it, but adapt and push that envelope a little bit. So thank you guys for watching Curate. Please follow the YouTube channel. Continue to reach out on Instagram if you have any questions. And we'll see you guys next time.